Welcome back for the finale of What If Maul Killed Grievous and Dooku. Thank you for your support on the other parts of this What If. If you haven't seen them, the links will be in the description below. Anakin moved his master to the side and began his own interrogation on Maul, demanding to know how he had defeated both Grievous and Dooku. The former Sith apprentice motioned behind him, and Talzin soon appeared by his side. The spiritual leader of the Nightsister clan did not have quarrels with the Jedi as much as she had had with the Sith, and knew she could not defeat Sidious on their own. Talzin stands between the Jedi and Maul, offering the Jedi information in return for Dathomir to be left alone. Maul is infuriated at Talzin's offer, but she tempered Maul's emotions as the Jedi walked away to confer with the Jedi Council. Yoda was concerned with the true motives of the leader of the Nightsister clan, but the Sith were the bigger threat. The Council reluctantly accepted Talzin's offer, and it seemed Maul had been convinced by Talzin, as he revealed to the Jedi that Palpatine was the Sith Lord under their noses, and that Anakin had been nurtured since the Battle of Naboo to be his future apprentice. Ahsoka, who had heard the deal taking place, rushes back to their temporary base and contacts the Jedi Council. On Coruscant, the Jedi awaited a signal from Mandalore, and Yoda activated the transmission from Ahsoka. The former Jedi Padawan told the Jedi what Maul had revealed about Sidious, and the Council's worst fears have been confirmed. It was crucial for the Jedi to remove Sidious, and not let him anywhere near Anakin. Yoda, Mace Windu and several other Council members marched to the Chancellor's office, and barged their way inside. Walking through, they expected to see Palpatine seated in his customary chair, but he was nowhere to be found. Yoda soon realises that those on Mandalore were in grave danger, and they had to warn the Jedi. The Jedi rush back to the Council chamber and activate the holoprojector again, only to find the hooded figure of Darth Sidious, who had intercepted their lines of communication. Facing Yoda, Sidious devilishly cackled, then executed Order 66 and disappeared. The Jedi Council were confused as to what the order was, until they heard the screams from the lower levels. Rushing down to the temple floor, clones were turning on the Jedi, and they have to devise a quick plan of action. Mace Windu assigns everyone to defend the temple other than himself and Yoda, who first go to issue a warning to the other Jedi across the galaxy, then move through the gunfire of the clone troopers to go to Mandalore. The two Jedi Masters are pursued by a squadron of Arc 170 starfighters, and even though they managed to destroy the chasing pack, it costed time they did not have. As the two Jedi approach Mandalore, they are met by a blockade of the traitorous clones and attempt to fly through. The sheer number of clone fighters proves to be too much, as the Jedi starfighters are hit, then slide into the hangar of Obi-Wan's cruiser. Entering into two other ships, they head to the surface below, pursued by even more clones, and see Mandalore is ablaze. The clones were firing relentlessly at everyone who was an enemy of the Republic, and Yoda and Windu spotted the Jedi and Ahsoka escaping to the rooftops. Running out of their ships to join them, they are blasted back by the arriving Palpatine. The Sith Lord walked past the Jedi and headed straight for Maul and Talzin, who stood defiantly, and the three began to duel. But unlike their battle on Dathomir, the Jedi intervene, as Yoda and Windu roll away from the fire of the clones to deflect the widespread lightning attacks of Sidious, and the Sith Lord turns to his faithful lightsabers. Clashing blades with Maul first, as he was the weakest, the Zabrak is guarded by the magic of Talzin, and Sidious's attentions turn to the incoming Master Windu. The Karun Master drags Sidious away from the Dathomir natives, and it allows Yoda to join him in the battle, whilst Obi-Wan, Anakin and Ahsoka fight the clones, with Bo-Katan and the Night Owls. Palpatine relinquished one of his blades, as he tried to pull Anakin towards him, pleading with him that the Jedi were trying to take over the galaxy, but Anakin had seen through the lies of the Sith Lord, and turned around to slice Palpatine's body into two. The fall of the Supreme Chancellor brought the battle to a standstill, as the clones mechanically dropped their blasters, and Yoda walked towards Maul and Talzin, acting as a peacekeeper between the two sides. The Grand Master allows the freedom of Maul and Talzin on Dathomir, then contacts a temple on Coruscant, where the Jedi had succeeded in warding off the clones, despite incurring heavy losses. Entering into one of the surviving ships, Maul and Talzin return to their home planet, and with the Sith gone, it was a chance to rebuild the Nightsisters. That is it for What If Maul Killed Grievous and Dooku. If you enjoyed this What If, Please like this video, turn on your notification bell, subscribe to this channel and my other channel What If Films for more what ifs. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd like to see next and how I can improve my videos. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.